Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Return begins inside the 10. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense comes on the field first today. Well, the energy of this building, Chris, is going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, let le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
And really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, a lot of times when a quarterback sees man defense, he wants to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible. Put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle or two on the outside and get a big play.
Pass caught. Second down now. And there's the handoff. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it for big yards. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Dumps it down to the back. Clock. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. Gets the first down in the process.
The Yellow Jackets have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Caught quickly. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. The Yellow Jackets are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. Pitches to the back. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The offense going with the hurry up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Strong opening drive. This is the 11th play coming up. It'll be third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's O'Grady. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run. And the Yellow Jackets hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Bulldogs offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Running back grabs it on a screen.
Boy, it seems like a screen pass is either feast or famine. You either completely fool the defense and you've got a lot of room to run behind a convoy of blockers, or there's just nowhere to go and the play gets blown up as we see here.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. And he is wide open for a huge gain. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Dogs. Just ran away from the defense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Really a great way to get this game started for this offense. You know, they told us in our production meeting, they thought with certain formations, they'd be able to get this defense out of position.
And he'll lost it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver, what I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The back's got it. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kurt. And the first quarter is in the books, but is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Caught in the flat by the running back. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Knowshon Moreno. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. He's running out of time here. He's going to pull it down and run. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And it's good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it here. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. The Yellow Jackets will crank up the tempo. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Third down play for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Yellow Jackets looking to keep this drive rolling.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Tackle, but forced down.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Oh.
There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. Wideouts now clustered. On 1st down, it's play action. Pressure is coming. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. There's a screen pass to the running back. In the clear at the 25. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The offense really clicking here. First down. They're going to throw the football. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, that's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. The Bulldogs will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Across the 40 now. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Yellow Jackets will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense. 1st down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
It is really tough on a quarterback thinks he's got a completion, an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Fires it to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off. Can he take it all the way? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Snags the quick throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in a hurry up. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So from the 21-yard line, it's now second and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Trying to extend the play. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Boy, it's second down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards. They get a real shot here now on third down.
Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot back.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Let's it fly to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Makes a nice move there. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. And the Yellow Jackets are in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Powers through a tackle. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half.
The Yellow Jackets will kick this away to get the second half going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the quarterback keeps it here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the grab. Good enough for first down yardage. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Because much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech. To stretch the lead, the route is on. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Pass caught. That's a big hit at the end, but he's going to a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. Going to move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. but here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes a handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to bring anything on the ground. And it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, my gosh. Would he love to have that one back. Open receiver downfield, and he misses him. That's when you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Running out of time in the pocket. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Catch made across the middle by the running back. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now. The Yellow Jackets will have to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. And here's the return now from midfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Short pass finds the tight end. Finding space at the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia. That's another strike to this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. There's the handoff. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. The Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. He'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down. He hands it off from the gun. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. No huddle here for the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. An inside give now from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. And they pick up the first on the ground. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. The Yellow Jackets will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. Back in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion. You flip the ball out to him, out to the outside. Let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wide out. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And this one is getting ugly. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's shoved out of bounds, but the defense short of the first down marker.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Good job with the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the first down marker. And the Bulldogs will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. One more play here in the quarter. Running back with the football. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kurt, with 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And they'll give it to the back, fighting him off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The Yellow Jackets come up to the line in a hurry-up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Throws a stiff arm. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. And the Yellow Jackets will have 1st and 10 here.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. But right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Handoff here from the shotgun. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next
touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And they tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Three guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Linebackers making some adjustments now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, but they keep it going. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36. The Yellow Jackets come to the line to run the hurry-up. They'll hand it off. Softball brought down after a nice run. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a 1st down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the 1st down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
They stop him, but it's a 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. The RPO caught to the right. Powerful running into the secondary. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see this second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle, and they get him down after the completion. That completion makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. From the shotgun, drops back. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No chance to catch him.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
Automatic on the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down. The shotgun run call. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, And it's really solid defense on that play.
Running with purpose. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. The Yellow Jackets line it up with first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the beatdown continues.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution, how they're going about their business.
Point after, not right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down. Looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. Well, we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
And he'll set up to throw. The pocket. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it falls incomplete, and as the clock hits 0-0, that's it, game over. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can